The first question is this: if money were no longer an issue, would you still do this job? Imagine a scenario like this. Tomorrow, by some kind of miracle, money stops being a problem. You do not win the lottery. You are not buying yachts or mansions. You simply have a source of passive income that comfortably covers all your basic living expenses for you and your family. You no longer feel pressure to work just to survive. In that situation, would you still get dressed and go to work? If your answer is yes, absolutely, then congratulations. Your job is not just a source of income. It is a meaningful part of your life, a place where you feel useful and fulfilled. You probably do not need to think about retirement yet. But if your answer is no, then we need to talk. This question helps separate two things that many of us, especially in our 40s and 50s, have slowly mixed together without realizing it: working by choice and working out of obligation. At this stage of life, we may no longer hate our jobs the way we did when we first graduated, but the fire is not what it used to be either. We work for a steady paycheck, for a clearly defined path, for a sense of safety in an unpredictable world. And perhaps the biggest reason of all is this feeling: I have already gone too far down this road to turn back now. But when you temporarily remove money from the equation and you realize you would not choose this job anymore, that is an extremely important signal. The second question is this: are you still willing to trade more of your health, time, and energy for this job? Think about a machine. The longer it is used, the more it depreciates. Parts wear down, efficiency drops, and eventually the cost of repair and maintenance becomes higher than the value the machine produces. We, as humans, experience a similar kind of depreciation. In our 20s and 30s, that depreciation feels almost invisible. You can work 12 hours a day, sleep 5 hours a night, and still go out on the weekends. But that does not last forever. At some point, you begin to notice the change. The workload is the same, the pace is the same, but your body starts sending warning signals. You need more time to recover after a bad night of sleep. It takes longer to regain focus after interruptions. This is when depreciation starts to cross a dangerous threshold. There are 3 things in your life that are being worn down the fastest. First, your health. It might show up as sleep problems, lying awake until 2 or 3 in the morning. It might be constant back, neck, or shoulder pain from sitting the wrong way for years. It might be ongoing stress and anxiety, rushed meals, and unhealthy habits. How is your health, really? Second, your time. Time with the people who matter most. Do you feel like the time you have for yourself, for your partner, for your children is slowly shrinking? Close friends drift away, replaced by quick interactions on social media. Do you wish you had more time for your family and the people you love? If you are constantly trading moments you will never get back for work, that is a serious warning sign. And third, perhaps the most invisible but most important, your mental energy. If after a full day of work, all you have left is just enough energy to exist, you scroll on your phone without thinking. You watch something, then go to bed. If that is your daily routine, your job has taken more than it should. So let me ask again, are you still willing to keep trading your health, your time, and your precious energy for this job? The third question. If you keep doing this same job for another 5 years, at the same pace, will your life be better, or just safer? Those 2 words may sound similar, but the difference between them is huge. Safer means you will have more money in your savings account. Your sense of financial security will improve, but your daily life will stay mostly the same. You are doing the same work, living the same life, just with a slightly stronger financial cushion. It does not really give you more choice over your time or how you live. Better is something entirely different. Better shows up as freedom. You can organize your time in a way that lets you be present for important family moments. You are no longer completely dependent on that one job to support your life. Your life opens up. You have more options, more breathing room. 5 years from now, how old will you be? What will your body feel like if you keep this same rhythm? What will your relationships look like? Will your daily life truly be different from today? Or will it look almost exactly the same, just with more money and a little less worry? If the answer is just safer, then you need to be honest with yourself. You are trading 5 years of your life, 5 years of your remaining health, for a sense of security. Does that feel like a fair trade to you? This question forces us to face a hard truth. Time is a non-renewable asset. The fourth question. Do you actually know what you would do in retirement? Many people retire with more than enough money, yet fall into anxiety, loneliness, or even depression, not because they lack money, but because they suddenly lose their role and their sense of usefulness. A 24-hour day can suddenly feel endless. Can you answer some very basic questions? On a random Tuesday morning, with nowhere you need to be, what would make you get out of bed? Who would you spend most of your time with? What would you spend your days doing? If you cannot answer those questions, if your current job is the only thing that gives you a sense of purpose and achievement, then retirement will not feel like freedom. It may simply replace work pressure with a vast emotional emptiness. But if you can picture life after retirement, like starting a small business you have always dreamed of, learning a new musical instrument, joining a hiking group, or volunteering for a community organization, that is a very good sign. It means you are psychologically ready to step away from your job. The fifth question, and the most practical one, have you actually done the financial math? After the first 4 questions, a thought may already be forming in your mind. Maybe I should retire. But before making any decision, there is one question you must answer with numbers, not feelings. Have you truly sat down and calculated it? First, do you know your freedom number? This is the amount of invested assets you need so that your money can generate enough income each year to fully cover your living expenses without you having to keep working. Pause the video for a moment and make a rough estimate. How close are you right now? What percentage of that number have you already reached? And to get to 100%, how many more years of saving and investing would it take? Second, have you accounted for the big and unpredictable costs? Especially if you live in the United States, healthcare is a monster. How will you pay for health insurance once you no longer receive employer benefits? How will inflation affect your purchasing power over the next 20 or 30 years? If the numbers say you are not ready, then retiring now would be too early. But if the numbers say you can live comfortably, then it is time to make a choice. And those are the 5 questions. After answering all of them, have you made your decision? Maybe you are ready for a new chapter. Maybe you are not yet. And both are completely fine. Retirement is not a race. Simply knowing where you stand and where you are not ready yet is already a major win. It shows you exactly what you need to focus on next. Thank you for watching. If you found these ideas valuable, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so we can continue having deeper conversations together.